You Joey Wonko Max by watching Joey Wonko's streams. Okay. No, I don't need it. Okay, today, Joey is going to show you how to plan a cup sleeve. Yay! Applause! Applause. Clap now. Clap now. Okay, good. Good. Nice job. Nice job, team. Nice job.
Nice job, team.
Good job. Okay. This can be... This can be for indies who want to host their own cup sleeve like I did in celebration of themselves, biggest narcissists ever. Or this could be you want to host a cup sleeve for an anime event, anime series, whatever it is. You could even do K-pop. There's a lot of K-pop cup sleeves that happen. I think they're originating from K-pop. I might be wrong though. That's what I think. Okay. Step 1 is this stuff is in the way. Should I? Why is that stuff in the way? Hold on. Should I just do full screen? Hold on. You guys are seeing the magic. You're seeing behind the screen, but it's okay. Don't worry. Okay, that's kind of better. Can I go agua? No. Okay, step 1 is you want to find a location. Because how are you going to host a cup sleeve without a location? Where will you have it? In your house? At a venue? Where are you going to have this place? Most places are going to be at boba shops. Sometimes there's a cafe that will host it, but most of the time it's going to be a boba place. It's always pretty much at a boba place, in my experience. So, the Princess Crown. Hi, Alexi. Let me break this down. I gotta multitask, you gotta study. Okay. Where I look at is on Instagram. I look and see, okay, what places, what events are happening on Instagram in my area that have hosted cup sleeves before, so that if I like the location, I'll go ahead and inquire about using that location. You can also look on TikTok. A lot of people will post their cup sleeve events. Hi, everything. But a big note, I'm only knowledgeable about major cities in America. I also think that most major cities are probably going to be the best locations that you can do them at. So Dallas, LA, New York, I don't know, Chicago. Some of you might be going,
Joey, what if I live in a countryside and I don't have any boba places and I don't have any people here and there's nothing here? I live in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know. I don't know then. You figure it out. You should probably figure it out. Maybe there might be one cafe in your town. But for the most part, it's probably going to be major cities that are the best places for this. Yes, but yeah, I wrote that polite message. I do cup sleeve at a farm. So you're going to reach out to the place. Recently, I'm hosting a Twisted Wonderland cup sleeve. And I found this place that I liked. It's right next to an anime store. It's called Dingty. So this is how you reach out to them. I go, hello, sorry for the sudden message. I was wondering how it would be possible to host a cup sleeve event at your location. If you have the option open, you tell a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you're planning to do. And then you end it with, I can provide more information if you are interested, and thank you. And then the place will respond to you with a yes or a no. Most places will let you book for free. I say book, but it's just they'll let you use the location for hosting because most of the time you will require people to buy a drink to get a cup sleeve. I have never gone to a boba place that made you pay. I don't know how much it would be if it was paid, but it's usually free. What about them Candyland? What if I sent 5? Never mind, I can't say that. What if I sent 5 loving boxes to Candyman? I have a population of 4. What if the world was made of pudding? I was at the Walmart. Comes with the bingo parlor. Yeah. I am so polite. I'm a very businessy guy. So you tell them about yourself, who you are, what you intend to do, and keep it professional. I guess you could use an emoji or 2 if you'd like to. but they will reply with yes or no. And then that means you secured your location. That means you did step 1. No, I'm sending loving boxes to Candyland. Yeah, Waffle House comes. Waffle House will say no. I think you can rent out Waffle House to like get married in or have a date on Valentine's Day. So, step 2 is the worst part. This is your planning begins. Woohoo! The worst part, arguably the worst part. No, there's love in there. There's just love. There's explosive love in there. Love that I just can't contain. You will need the date, the time, and the theme. It can be anime themed. Most of the indies that are watching this who are VTubers, I just explained to my friend that, hey, I want to do an event for my birthday, and it'll be kind of like a meet and greet. There is no anime theme. If you're gonna do an anime theme, then you just tell them that. So you have to gather vendors, decor, and merchandise. So really, really important part of the setup is you need vendors because people want to buy stuff. What are they gonna do if they get there? Not buy anything? Just stand around? No, they want to spend money. Okay, people want to spend money. So, how are you gonna get your vendors? Are you gonna have vendor signups? Do you know people that are artists and have booths? I knew people, so I didn't have vendor signups. I also didn't do vendor signups this time around because I already knew people that had what I wanted and sold what I wanted. One of the vendors for my booth was Kawa Entertainment. They already did my merchandise, so it was like extra Joey merch. Most of the time, when you have vendors, you're gonna want vendors that are selling merchandise of the activity or theme of your cup sleeve. Imagine going to a Joey cup sleeve and it's all Genshin merch. Would you want to buy anything there? Probably not. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. You guys might be Genshin fans. Hey, planning. Yeah, 6 months in advance. You'll also need to ask them what is the size of the table. How early can you show up to set up? You need to get there at least 2 hours beforehand. You'll need cup sleeve art because it's a cup sleeve. Get cup sleeve art. You have to do all of that at least 6 months in advance, maybe even more. Spending money. Yes, I'd buy everything now. Saddest cut. Yeah, no Joey merch would be so sad. Have a good BRB. So you gotta get cup sleeve art. You gotta get, key visual art. You need cardboard standee art. How are you gonna source it? You could go on VGen. You could go on... Don't use Skeb. You cannot use Skeb for this. I personally had an artist that I already liked. They did Skebs for me in the past, but I didn't go through Skeb to contact them. It was a Japanese artist that I already really liked. They did Twisted Wonderland art. So I contacted them directly through DMs, and I said, you also have to explicitly state what purpose you're using this for. So I told them, hey, this is going to be commercial art that I want to use. The intended usage for this artwork is going to be printed as merchandise, printed as a cardboard standee. It'll be used in promotional materials. I'll have it used in a music video eventually. So you have to be very explicit about what you're using this for. You can't just say, I just want to buy art. You have to pay for commercial usage, which is pretty expensive. That's why it's typically easier if you're an artist, because then you can just make art yourself and not go through this process. But if you can't do that, then, oh well. I'm addicted to VGen. I had a VGen addiction. I have to stop though. No Skeb. No, I don't believe Skeb allows commercial use, if I'm correct. It's not intended. So I recommend VGen because you can actually communicate on there. Yeah, it's just it doesn't no merge. There's things about everything. Yeah, I wonder what MBTI I am. I had to stop getting VGens because I need to save money and stop buying so much artwork, but I crave more art. But yeah. So when I paid for the art, you typically want to use it in more ways than one. So I made it into a cardboard standee. So the chibi art and the full-size art, I used it on the cup sleeve. I used it on the posters. It was merchandise. I made sure I got the most use out of it as much as I could. So Other things to consider: is it going to be a 2-day event? Is it a 1-day event? Sometimes, most of the Cupsleeves that I've been to have been 2 days. I only did it 1 day because I don't have the energy to do that, and I wanted to hang out with everyone the day after. Are you going to do a stamp rally? Are you going to sell your own merch? I already had existing merch, so if you want to make merch, we will get into that later. You need all these materials. You also have to plan 6 months in advance. Do you know how long commissioning art takes? On top of producing the items is an extra 2 to 3 months, on top of having to account for delivery. I think even 6 months in advance is kind of pushing it. You may want to go, like, I think I started planning my cup sleeve event back in October, and it didn't happen until March. I don't know how many months that is. I don't know, VGens, they should have a tip section. I don't think I can say how I send a tip, but I think there is no actual useful tipping section, so try contacting them. Feedback, lover me, love the repeated art of Joey Cutsuma. Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. You know? Sorry, Joey's gonna sit up. But yeah. So, you have to account for art taking maybe 1 to 2 months to finish, unless you have a really fast artist, which would be really crazy. You have to take into account ordering and producing the items. It's going to take another 2 to 3 months. It has to get to you within a month. And then you have to make sure your stock is fine. Also, you're going to be setting up a Square account. You have to do inventory. I highly recommend 100% have friends to help you set up. If you don't have friends to help you set up, it is going to be practically... You're going to run yourself ragged. Like, come back for one. So... This is an example of a cup sleeve I went to. So you can see all the vendors there. It looks super cute. And this is an example of another event that I went to. This was the Caleb one. I think this was the Alien Stage Wild West one. And this was the Caleb one I went. But you can see all the vendors there. You'll have one side for the vendors. You'll have tables in the back for activities. And then a place for photos. Hi, Xiaomin. Have friends. You need to have friends. Step 3. Order the merch and decor. I got my cardboard cutout standees from this website, cardboardcutoutstandees.com. Vograce is good. Alibaba was for the sleeves. You need at least 3 months for those. Boothing materials. I took this from a sheet that I made for Fro. You need a cube display. So a cube display looks like these. You can get these off Amazon. It can be wire or plastic, and this is where you would display your cards, charms, and prints depending on what products you have or want to sell. You are going to want to practice building these. Make mock-ups of your setup at home because it takes a while, and I mostly just have my handler / friend Alex build them because they do it a lot faster than I do because I'm pretty weak. Thank you for the blep. You also need a tablecloth. I got mine's off Amazon. I got the like long one. And then I like the ones with the skirts because then you can hide stuff underneath them. And that's the Amazon link for the table one. Okay, how are you gonna take payment? You need to bring cash. 100%. I've had a lot of times where I've had to get change because I don't have cash. And you're gonna do a Square card reader. You can get the reader for free on the Square website. I actually ordered one for the event this weekend and didn't send in time, so I have to use my PayPal or Cash App. My handler does that. I believe you have to set up inventory, but you can also watch a video on how to use the hardware. My too. I'm so excited for Donkey Munch. Who's making an eater bag? So if you are short on cash and you don't want to make business cards, I would just print out a QR code for people to scan for all your socials. And those are the bare minimums. And all these places typically provide tables, so you don't have to bring any tables unless they explicitly state that you need tables. What about you doing this weekend? It is a event, I don't know, cars, right? It's on my Instagram. It is on my Instagram. It's this like local thing. Hi, Orange. Seeing a puppy VTuber say hello. Why? What's so funny? I make my mini eater bag. I got 6 pence. Yay! Step 3. You're still ordering stuff. Yay! We're still here. There's still stuff to be ordered. It doesn't end. I personally have merch already, so I really didn't have to order much, but this only counts if you're an indie and you need merchandise of yourself to sell. It also doesn't count, so like for myself, for the Twisted Wonderland Cup Sleeve event, I'm not vending other than my deco top loaders, so I don't have to order anything to make, and my vendors are selling the rest of the event. But if you have to order stuff, I use a local print shop. I use cardstock, 80-pound mat. I don't have an online place. I just go to a local thing. Is Vograce like Wookri? Vograce came before Wookri, didn't they? I've never used Wookri. I think some of you guys have. It's pretty good. It's pretty much the same, I think. I snooze it. Charms, acrylics, Vograce is the easiest. I feel like it's the least hassle. There's cheaper sellers on Alibaba, but Vograce is pretty much the easiest to use. I guess Wookri is one of them. I haven't used those yet. But I ordered my standees, my pins, my charms, all from Vograce. But I would order them at least 2 months in advance to make sure they get to you on time. Also, I ordered photo cards off of Vograce. Like the ones that you guys ordered, the made ones, they're like pretty cheap. A lot cheaper than... What's that one K-pop? The Moo one? Yeah, those were... I think they were a lot cheaper than that photo card one. In terms of quantities, it depends on what the attendance is. I would say 10 is a good minimum. 20 is way too much. You're not going to sell all of them. Unless you do, that'd be really crazy. But 10 is like a good minimum. 10 to 6, I would say. Making buttons that, yeah. I've seen their plush buttons. I use Moo. Yeah, I think there was like 50 bucks. It was like way cheaper on Vograce. You can make photo cards on there. Still ordering. Other things I highly recommend to make the process smoother. Organization bins for your merchandise, box for stickers, box for pins, box for charms. You can get these at Daiso or a Dollar Tree. You need a print folder / organizer. You need to get a cash bag or box, or else you could be robbed. You need somewhere to put your money, okay? Get a cash bag, get a cash box. They're on Amazon. It's not that expensive. It'll save you the hassle of misplacing money. Also, be careful of, keep your eyes on your cash bag. I've seen people get like robbed at cons because they don't pay attention. There's 35 for my 50 ones. I want them to be as high quality as possible. I feel like the Vograce ones are pretty high quality. They're pretty thick. But yeah. Look at other Artist Alley setups to see how people label prices, etc. How do they set it up? How do they design their setups? You can use hooks for charms. You can bring a handler to help with sales and grabbing your merch. Bags for merch are not needed, but they are a nice touch. Did you guys like the bags that I gave you for your merchandise? I feel like it makes it a lot more convenient. I like to have stuff to hold my things. I don't like to shove it into my bag. That's just a personal thing. I prefer bags, so I got bags. I got them off of Amazon too. Yes, looking at, yeah, exactly. See, well labeled and visible items do the best. The things that I don't buy the most is if I go up to an Artist Alley booth and I have to flip through a book to see the art prints. I typically won't flip through it. If the prices aren't visually labeled, I probably am less inclined to buy it. Just things that aren't well visible, I tend to skip on. I still have them. Yeah, yay. Like flipping, I really don't like flipping books. I want to see them straight up. Oh, I already put that image. Okay, I have Yassified. I'm just kidding. I have Yassified these people for their anonymity. Just kidding. I just blurred them all out. This is what it looked like. An example. You'll have your vendors over there, and then if you guys look in the very, 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 very back, you'll see the activities. This is I was supposed to have a pink curtain for the photo area, but we did not end up bringing the PVC pipes to make the stand. So country boys make do. Fuck, that's me. No, I've yassified you to keep your anonymity. See? You know the good tips from Joey. Yeah, hi Coffee. The spinny thing, just bang the prints. The spinny thing. The spinny thing? Yeah, I have that cut out. Yeah, you do. Here's another photo of my booth. I've got my stuff on there. Pretty standard. these are some pictures from the event. Also, you're gonna want to think about what activities you want to do there. I know some CUPSLEEVE events that do like kind of fair-like activities, like they'll do like what's that beanbag throwing thing, or like actual games. I just had coloring pages which were drawn by Fro, and I had a deco station. Which catch won? I believe it was Miso. See water bottle sitting next to me in that pic. No, I've yassified you for your what part of I've yassified you guys for your anonymity? Do you not there? That's why are you doxing yourself? I've already yassified you. Hello? That's not you. That's some stranger. Didn't mean to. No, it's a stranger. I've yassified you. The coloring pages. Yeah. I see my eater bag. Everyone, shut the fuck up. All right. Just image of Bloms, guys. Hi, Zoo. Yeah, think about activities that you want to do. You really want to brainstorm stuff. Usually people like crafting stuff. People like coloring pages. People like... What do you guys like to do? Honestly, I feel like activities might be on the lower end of things because most people are just there to mingle and chat with each other. I feel like I usually just like sitting and just chatting with my friends. So, ad starts in 1 minute, so I will take a quick break to just chat with you guys. I'm sorry for what I started. Are you sorry? Hi, I covered you guys not to dox you. That's me! Thank you. The tip jars alone were fun. Voice switch. I was just chatting. Yeah, see, like, most people, when you... Okay, so the whole point of a CUPSLEEVE is you're just going there to, like, meet other fans. That's why I'm hosting most of these, is you just want to go there to, like, mingle with other people. You want to meet other fans. It's also a lot of fun to, like, give people freebies. It's a lot of fun to just chat with people and exchange social media. I like all the activities you had. You should go to events with cosplay interactions, photo card training if it's K-pop. Yeah, I don't typically go to K-pop ones. Every details into my show. Thank you. Bracelets would be fun. I was going to do bracelets, but the thing with bracelets is beads get dropped. Beads get dropped and beads get messy. So in the event that does happen, the cleanup would be just... I would consider the cleanup. Like taking my photo cards. I was there to look at Joey. The whole vibe was so fun seeing everyone putting a face. Yeah. It's just to meet fans. The activities are what enhance it, but for the most part, it's really just to interact with other people. Because I've always thought, like, oh, I gotta make sure that people are having fun, but most of the fun just comes from, like, getting to talk to other people. So, don't think too hard about it. You don't have to make it a county fair. You just have to have sustenance. Also, people just like shopping, so a lot of the interactions are from shopping, and from, if you're an indie VTuber, is for your fans to meet you. And to get to see you and talk with you and take photos with you. Like that's most of the appeal. I mean, people, yeah, exactly. I don't know. What do you guys... Let's have it from the audience that already attended. What do you guys feel like is the most important for a CUPSLEEVE? Other than the person being there. Other than me being there. Other than that. I think you're talking about ages, the event went on, yeah. And having fans bring freebies also creates a sense of community, and people like free stuff. Boba, no, that's not the correct answer. Boba already exists in the place. Boba is a given. I'm talking about the event. Mint, what? The people was the big thing for me, so the freebies were so fun. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, the vendors are fun too. People like shopping, people like spending money. Some people maybe too much. I think having the space and accommodations for everyone to be there. Yeah, that's a good point. Is it accessible? Do you have a lot of space? I've been to a lot of CUPSLEEVEs where it was really small, and I ended up leaving a lot earlier because it was really crowded, it was really hot, and I was not having fun. I've been to a lot of Love and Deep Space pop-ups that were really, really crowded, and there was a lot of people, and the lines were really long, and I did not want to be there. So make sure there's enough space when you go check out the venue. I really love the place to take photos. True, true. I like the community aspect. Tiny cup sleeves are my least favorite. The tiny cup sleeves? What tiny cup sleeves? The hospitality and community really made the trip for me. Everyone just so nice. Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is probably community. Everyone likes meeting other friends. Yeah, the photo spot was fun. I wish I did have my curtain, but it's okay. I think it made it just as cute still. The venue's super small and crowded, overstimulating. Yeah, tiny cups. Oh, I thought you meant like a sleeve. You guys should have taken more photos with the standees, but it's okay. You got distracted. All right, ad is over. Next. So I have that. This is another thing I made for my pop-up event. Wait, whoa! Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Trans XPTTRPG. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Joey. I do cosplay. Here's some of my cosplay. And I stream. Here's me streaming. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. If you have to head out to get some food or rest up, please feel free to. Thank you so much again. I'm talking about how to plan a cup sleeve today. Welcome in. I hope you had a fun time playing your tabletop RPGs. And thank you again. So this is something I made. I ordered the little sodas off of AliExpress, and then that's my little Amon Omanju that I already had. And I had a Pinterest board about what I envisioned the theme to look like. It is limited to what the interior of the bubble place looks like, but you can kind of like add decor to have a Pinterest board. Have a Pinterest board. Hello, seeing Joey and Papa are almost made me cry. Everyone's so sweet. This is the activity table. I had coloring back there, and you can see in the back there's deco. I had name tag stickers and an auction to auction off the cardboard cutouts. I also had a stamp rally, so you want to consider doing a stamp rally. What I did was I just had everyone buy one thing from each table, and then I ordered, I want to say 20 standees from Vogue Race to give away. Yeah, did you guys have fun doing the stamp rally? Hello. Pinterest saves lives, exactly. I missed the customer and everyone come back down. Like Monster Hearts 2 during a donathon. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, so the stamp rally is a fun thing for people to do. I might do a stamp rally for the Twisted Wonderland one, but that means I have to buy... That means I have to buy... a prize, and I really don't know what I want to make the prize. The prize was so cute. This time I was serious, and yeah, you guys were like speed running it. I wanted to collect my prize, and someone walked and got the first. I went, oh, poo. I'm so sorry. It was really fun. Nice. Yeah, so I just ordered 20 acrylic standees off of Vogue Race, and then once those arrived, I just required everyone to... I made a stamp card myself, and then I just required people to purchase one thing from each table. Most of the time, people have a minimum required amount, like $10 at least. It was serious. I also waited in line for the longest time. Oh, good night, Angel. Sleep well. Buenas noches. I was talking to every vendor. Yeah, it's all about community. Here are some of the coloring pages. This was a message board that I had that all of the sticky notes fell off. Step 4, good luck. Time management. You need good time management. Most of this is really just event planning and making sure everything is kept on track in a timely manner. Okay? Keep yourself in check. If you veer off course, everything goes to shit. Did you keep them? Yeah, they're in my room. I should have had you guys take the message board home, because I should have just kept the sticky notes. Check in with vendors, regularly update attendees. You want to make sure you're clarifying things, like how did they get their cup sleeves? What table do they go to get their cup sleeves? How did they play the stamp rally? What activities? What's the schedule for them to do things? Make sure everything's clearly lined out so there's no confusion. I think the worst cup sleeves are when I go and I don't know which table has the cup sleeves. I bought a drink and now I don't know how to get the cup sleeve. And I'm too shy to ask, so now I don't know. Yeah, time management is super important. Well, something I don't have. I forgot who, but someone was talking to me at customer. I couldn't see their name, and I was just staring there. What, did you figure out who they were? Hi, Penguin. And this is some of the stuff that I had for the cup sleeve. So the poster on the right was made by L. They made the graphic design poster, and then I made the cafe menu on the left, which we sold over like 100 cups. We sold so much that they had to restock their boba and lychee boba because you guys were buying so much. So thank you. Thank you for that. You also have to make a cafe menu. What I do is I ask the place. So what this is, it's not actually a collaboration drink. What you do is you pick drinks off the menu and you just reskin them. So I liked the passion chest, which was just green tea and a passion fruit. I think like green tea and passion fruit and lychee, and that's my favorite. So they allow you to rename the drink, and that's just what you do. So you'll ask them for the menu, and then you'll look at the drinks. Once you've picked your drinks, you'll ask them for the drink images, and then you'll make a poster for the drinks, and then send that to them. I got so much lychee. I drink 2, but wow, you're so thirsty. At the M1 and then something non-Joey too. Yeah, did you guys like the M1? I actually didn't have that one. I actually didn't have any boba that day, I think. Yeah, Puppy Paw was so thirsty. We sold over 100 drinks. I think that's so crazy. T told me we sold I think it was like 160 cups that day. So much that they had to restock. You guys are so serious about Joey Wonka. And like the lychee one thinks that's Joey's pick. And then Amon's drink was the golden retriever. No boba at the boba shop. They're the big size too. You shake him on his tummy sloshes. This is the cup sleeve. You are going to need a template and someone to make it. I had L make this because I'm not good at graphic design. Some had 7. How do you guys have 7 drinks? Sold at a boba, right? So cup sleeve, you don't have to have it, but it is what makes a cup sleeve fun. It's a freebie that you can get, and it's like a little sentimental thing. So I recommend having a cup sleeve at a cup sleeve. I mean, technically you don't have to, but I recommend having one. So you need to get art for it, and then you need to design it. You can find the template on Alibaba. Void bladder. I had 2. I had 3. Damn, bro, I can't even finish 1. How do you guys have 3? I went to make extra dummy for boba. He was thirsty. I didn't use I didn't use my cup sleeve or my coaster for in 10 because they had to go in the shrine. Yeah, I don't really use the cup sleeves when I get them. I like to scrapbook them. I can barely finish 1 boba. So the cup sleeves are for sentimental purposes. Most of the time, I don't really see people using them. Here are some other posters that I made. I made one for the stamp rally, I made one for the auction, and you want to make sure that these are all clearly lined out. They have to be very clear, because regardless, people are probably going to have questions, but you want to make it as clear, crystal clear as possible, so there's no confusion. Like these plastic, they are card, I would say they're like a cardstock. They're paper. I didn't get anything with boba in it. What the freak? Why? Extra boba holder from college because I was like, wow, that would be so useful. I got my bundle. I was like, oh wait. I have my boba cup holder in my car. I love using coasters from CUPSLEEVE. You are being illegal. My bubble holder, it's great. It's great when you want to it's so useful. I want to be hands free. I don't want to hold a drink. It's awesome. Hi, Fuava. I also made a poster on how to get a cup sleeve freebie because I hate when I go to cup sleeves and I don't know how to get a freebie. I want to know how to get it. I don't want to go around asking people. That's embarrassing. What if it's crowded? Have outlines. Also the deco station. More instructions. Instructions are good. Instructions stop confusion. And when everyone gets into flow state and knows what to do, you reduce anxiety, you lower cortisol, and everyone has a good time. That's what we want. We want people to not be confused. I had 2 drinks and went 100 times. That would be me. You use coasters? You're actually committing a sin. I don't use them. What the fuck? Paper coasters are not meant to be used. They're meant to be displayed. I bring to the size cups tomorrow and do peak Joey Ashikatsu. Amazing. I was like, I'm gonna get another drink because my little people I probably support said they would pay for more drinks. I'm #1 sipper in America. You can just ask for more cup sleeves. It's okay. These are some of the things I drew for the decor. So I printed these out. I used FedEx and I printed them out, I think on 17 by 14. It was like big paper. I just did paper and then I printed these out using FedEx, and then I had my friends cut it out for me, and then we stuck these on the wall, and that was part of our decor. I think that's the last thing I have. Yeah. You gotta laminate the coaster. You're gonna keep it forever. You can't use the coasters. I remember when he drew them. It's just like it was yesterday. I chopped that Amon, guys. What do you mean you chopped that Amon? What do you mean by that? Your friend just gave me a bunch of coasters at the end. I drank all that boba for nothing. But you could have just asked if you wanted more cup sleeve. Oh, okay. Anyways, that is my general overview of how to plan a cup sleeve event. Any questions for Professor Joey? These are my junk journal. I only put the top. The drink did not get used. What the heck? Yeah, he told me that I said, what? Then he tied my shoes. Oh, okay. Huh? Who tied your shoes? Who the fuck tied your shoes? What? Who the fuck tied your shoes? Who is that? It's some random person. I don't even know who that person is. Okay. Not sure who the fuck that was. Not sure who that stranger was that you let tie your shoes, but okay. We get tests on this? Yeah. Okay, questions? No questions. Common guy, every time I saw, yeah, his shoes are always untied. I've given up on it at that point. Would you let me tie your shoes for you? No. Only because you want to tie them. Now I don't want you to tie them. So. The staff of your friend, I forgot their name. They handed out the cup sleeve. Which one? You guys like, oh, your friend. That's your other friend that I don't remember the name of. That your friend. I had like 5 friends there, guys. Who the fuck was my friend? Hello? What the fuck did he look like? I don't remember his name. Are you talking about... Was it the Asian guy? Like... I think watching and shit one time, they were asked if I'd star. Snowy? Was it... In the pink and black matrix? That's Snowy. No, it's a bit high, bro. I'll just call me Drip and Fall. He trips a lot. Not Bommy or Latte. One of the other... They had bells and was tall. Yeah, okay, that's Snowy. The Asian guy? The Asian guy does narrow it down. What other Asian guy did I have at the table? There was no other Asian guy at my table. Other than one of my friends that were passing out stuff. What other Asian guy did you see? Okay, that's Snowy. Why are you guys just making up people? I'm getting very concerned. There was one Asian guy passing out my cups. That's Snowy. You guys are thinking about Snowy. They mean in general. No. It was me. I flick you and you slam into the wall. It was a ghost. The swearing always gets me. I'm not swearing. They're spiking my cortisol. Okay, anyways. Questions, concerns, comments, clarifications. Can I fall? Okay. Or not. All I said was he's tying my shoe. Okay, well, who the fuck is that? I haven't said everything. Can you review the whole thing? Can I punch you in your face? I just know I forgot his name. Well, I don't think he introduced himself to you guys anyway. Hi, Mochi-ban. I have no questions. I have no questions, Professor Wonko. Okay. Don't ask me after class, because I'm not answering anything. Good luck, everybody. I said I have no question after I asked twice, thrice, 4 times maybe. When is our 100 question quiz? Tomorrow. When will Joey make cup sleeve in Brazil? Never. Hi, Mochi. I was in here. So my other question is, how do you advertise your cup sleeve to a place that might not host any before? I would probably not do that, but if you really had to and there's no other place, I would explain to them that this is an opportunity for them to make drink sales, but like sometimes they might not want to be. They might not even want sales. So I highly recommend finding a place that already has hosted cup sleeves in the past, because they might not want to, but if you are going to and there's no other option, I would just explain to them that you're hosting an event. The patrons will be able to provide them with more revenue by buying drinks, and in exchange for buying drinks, they'll get freebies. You'll have vendors there. You could say it's like an artist market. You could say it's like an artist market. I said the first time because I was scared. Can I come to your office hours for review? Joey has to think about it. Let me note this down. How do you find Cubsy to go to? Okay, so Joey actually said that. That was like the first. That was like the first. That was like the first. That was definitely the first page that I had. So, if you want to find a cup sleeve, the best places to go are on Instagram. Instagram typically has the best. Just look up city cup sleeve. Or you could look on TikTok. Most of the time, though, I will say cup sleeves are just posted on Instagram. A lot of the times, you can find pages specifically for series like lads. There's a specific lads page that posts cup sleeves that are happening. There's a specific page. I don't know. Probably other animes. I'm never gonna do this, will I? We took detailed note. Yeah, are you feeling more smarticle? We never cousins in my city. I probably have to show them pictures of other cup sleeves. I thought you have like a low population. They have like one cousin every blue moon here. I don't want to do that, but now I know if I wanted to. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Sorry, Professor Walko. Sorry. Is Joey Cubsy gonna be in Florida? No. Why would I go to Florida? Can you guys be serious? Why would I go? What on earth would I do in Florida? Yeah, it's in there. Hi, Silently. Eaten by Gay. I'll get eaten by Gator. I got into Cubsies from the K-pop community on Insta, and honestly, just look at boba shops in your area. Usually, most boba shops, if you're in a more populated area, will have at least hosted a cup sleeve at least once. And if they didn't, they might be open to the idea. Again, I want to stress, it will probably have to be a more populated and well-known city. For example, Chicago, Dallas, LA, North Cali, New York. I don't know. I don't actually know my geography, but it's probably going to be a more populated city. Hi, Simon. I hate Yaoi cups even. One of the drinks. You should. I think we've had a Yaoi cup sleeve once. It was like for a BL though. I wasn't sure what it was, so I didn't end up going. But yeah. So toxic Yaoi is black tar. Oh, okay, are you making the black tar? That's my spiel on how to host a cup sleeve event. It is a lot of work. You need friends to do this. If you don't have friends, then it's gonna be really hard. And I don't recommend doing it. It's all Stray Kids. Yeah, most of the cup sleeves are gonna be K-pop. But hey, if you don't like the cup sleeve, you just host one yourself. Just host one yourself. Do it yourself. That's what I did. I didn't see a Twisted Wonderland cup sleeve, so I said, fine, I'll do it myself, and I did. If the change I wish, yeah, you have to be your own. You have to be your own change. Sorry, I was getting silly. I want to host Yaoi cup sleeve in here. Okay, make friends in the fandom you're hoping to host. Yeah. You need to network a lot. I'm sorry, but like the reality of this is it's a lot of networking and knowing people in the area. Like it's a lot of networking. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta be a little bit social. You kind of want to also promote the event as much as you can. Try to get it to people. Make videos about it. Post on TikTok. Yeah, you have to be the change you want to see. Wait, Joe, you're goated. I'm goated? She's a trendsetter. I think we are the first Twisted Wonderland Cup Sleeve event in Houston. In Katy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we are the first ones in Katy. There's been some in Dallas. I think someone commented on my post and was like, "Oh, there's never anything in North Cali." And someone was like, there's literally so many events in North Cali." First, Drizzy guys, there's so many in my city. I didn't know it's easy to find. It's so easy to find. Instagram is like the best place to find cup sleeve events. Now, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a lot of the reasons why I go out on the weekends and I have an excuse to go do something or dress up or go cosplay is because there's cup sleeve events. it's a really good way for me to meet other fans, go out with my friends. We get to eat after, we get a little boba drink, and then we get to go buy stuff at the vendors. Like, it's a really, really good reason for me to go out. It gets me out the house. It's my auntie. It's research mama. There's a twist one. Did it already happen? Depending on your city, some people make group chats. Yeah. I hate group chats, so I'm not in group chats, but yeah. So I think cup sleeve events are really fun. They're like mini cons. That's what I like to think about. They're very, very mini cons. No, if I may. Oh, wrong. Hey, you don't live in Candyland. What the fuck? That's Night Raven College. You do need to move. Hopefully soon. But yeah, that's my rundown for how to host a cup sleeve event. It's really fun. Also, if you're an indie, and you just want to do this for yourself, I think it's totally doable. You just need a lot of friends, have a decent audience, and you're pretty much set. Maybe not, Ken. You're literally... Okay, you're such a liar. I'm gonna hit you. It Cubs, it literally felt like... Yeah, it literally felt like a con. And, I'm also going to be doing a Maid Cafe event the week after the Cub sleeve. Hi, Cheesy. Wow, I almost never come to stream anymore because I could nap so early. So you hate me. You finally hear the... I'm so lucky. Yay! My favorite weekends ever. Yay! Why do you lie to me? Any more parallel play? I wish you stayed on Sunday, bro. That was pretty fun too. But yeah. That's it. That's all I have to say. And if you can get someone to do merchandise for you. I do my merchandise with Kawa Entertainment. They've been good at my merchandise. And I said, hey, you guys are in Texas. Do you want to drive down and just vend for me? And we can do merch pickup. And we made it happen. So that's great. There's Sunday. HEB would have killed me. We need to... Let's go away with HEB. Let's do away with that. You guys could have went to Target. You could have went to Target with us. Thanks for the Discord stuff and watch your streams after. Thank you. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have. I low crowd genuinely need to pee. So I'm gonna put on words for you guys. I'm gonna go pee.